In other news, Alex Soros, the heir to the Soros fortune, now in control of its money, has married Huma Abedin. I'm just going to say it. Do you want me to beat around the bush? Or do you want me to just say it? This is why it's good to be canceled. I would never say what I'm going to say next unless I'd been canceled. If you spend 1 minute Googling Alex Soros and images, he's very gay. All right? Let's just say you've never seen a gayer guy hanging out in intimate poses with his boyfriends. He's not even slightly straight. He's the gayest gay guy you've ever seen in your life. Now, if you don't believe me, just Google his images. There are plenty of them. It's really observable and obvious. Now, you will not tell me, here's what won't happen. I guarantee this won't happen. You're not going to go look at the pictures yourself and then say, well, I think you're misinterpreting this, Scott. No, you're not going to do that. There's no doubt from his personal life that he's a gay man. Now, I love the LGBTQ community. I'm very pro-gay. So I'm not saying anything bad about him. You know, just to clarify, you know, it's 2024. You have to clarify. In 2024, I shouldn't have to clarify that if I mention somebody's gay, it's not an insult. Are we past that yet? Can we be past that? Can it just be a fact without it being some kind of, you know, assumed insult? We should be way past that. Because the LGBT community is probably one of the most successful American communities. One of the ones I have the most respect for, honestly. Because you know why? Nobody ever said this. We don't want to go to that gay neighborhood because of all the crime and filth. It's like one of the most successful groups in America. So I have complete respect for that group. Now, he's obviously a member of the group. And he's marrying a woman who's, 10 years older than him? Which is what billionaires do all the time, don't they? They marry people who are 10 years older than them. I don't think I've ever seen it, frankly. That's like how something happens 0 times. So your pattern recognition should be kicking in at this point. And your pattern recognition should say something like, that looks a lot like somebody who's getting married for political reasons. Doesn't it? What could that political reason be? Well, we believe that George Soros, whether you think he's evil or not, is a brilliant, brilliant tactician. Would you agree? Nobody's ever called George Soros dumb. I mean, he just keeps doing smart-looking things that you might not like, but he's certainly effective. Would you say the same thing about Alex? Well, I don't know. I've not seen any evidence that he's a highly qualified player. It seems that they're hiding him from interviews because given his outsized influence on the world, I mean, really, really big, he should be on interviews every day. But they seem to be hiding him. If you can find an interview of him talking in public, you'll very quickly learn why they're hiding him. I don't think he's good at it. And I think that when you see Hillary Clinton's best friend and confidant marry him in a marriage that looks suspicious at best, you have to say to yourself, is there something else going on here? Now, I don't know, but let me just speculate. It looks like Hillary is making a play to control the Soros fortune after George Soros passes, which will happen pretty soon. Because all that money, or at least control of it, will go to Alex. Alex will be controlled by Huma, which gives Hillary functional control of the Soros fortune. That's the play. In my opinion, that's the play. Now, let's take it to the next level of conspiracy theory. What happens if Alex Soros dies in a boating accident tragically? What if he falls off a yacht and a shark eats him? Because that could happen. He's on a lot of yachts. Accidents happen, people. Accidents happen. Just the fact that he happens to be in Hillary's, he's in Hillary's orbit, that doesn't mean something bad's going to happen to him. I mean, I know you think that. But just because Hillary would get functional control of, I don't know, $30 billion that she could use to control the world, that doesn't mean she's going to kill Alex and let Huma take over the money. And presumably Clinton has some influence over Huma. So I think it's exactly what it looks like. I think Huma is going to maybe make George Soros happy before he dies, as in maybe George Soros doesn't know his son is gay. And he might think, you know what I really need is heirs. I want to make sure I have an heir. So it could be that Alex is making his father seem to be getting an heir, but he'll die before he has to see if there's an heir or not. So every bit of this looks suspicious. They don't look like a couple even a little bit, honestly, if you see the pictures. I think it's exactly what it looks like. It looks like a Hillary Clinton play to get control of Soros's fortune because they don't think Alex Soros is dependable or smart, and they need to control it because it's essential to their power base. They can't lose control of that. That's what I think.